What is exciting? The Premier League has been back for a couple of weeks. Some shocking results over the weekend and a shocking table topper right now in the Premier League. I think we've got the Rugby World Cup final, which will be another record-breaking World Cup final. New Zealand versus the Springboks. It'll be a good World Cup final for the rugby. We've got the Cricket World Cup on. So many things to talk about, many things to jump into. So let's get it started. Right, we'll go over to the Premier League. We had some few derbies which happened over the past weekend. We had the Arsenal-Chelsea game. Chelsea very disappointing. Blew a 2-goal lead. That would have been the result of the weekend. Joe, his team is just steadily catching up on the wins. Another win for Liverpool, sitting in the top 4. Chelsea's record is improved now in the top 10. But again, with that 2 points dropped, they would have been ahead of West Ham now. So I'll open it up to the gentlemen. And then, of course, Man United scraped through another victory. But looking at the table, people were laughing at us just outside of top 6 by 5 points with all the bad results. Even Chelsea just out by 8 points and only 9 matches played. We've got another 29 matches to go. So it's going to be a long up and down season. Man City, the derby this Sunday. We might do the unthinkable, beat Man City. But anyway, Joe, how was your Liverpool victory?
I didn't quite catch it this time. I didn't even had the opportunity because I was traveling.
Oh yeah, you were traveling during the night.
But just the good news of just knowing that they won 2-0, it's enough to give me the satisfaction to rub it off anyone's face.
Of course, you guys are sitting in the top 4. Tina's Chelsea, the capitulation by Chelsea after leading 2 goals.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
The capitulation of Chelsea, how they capitulated after leading 2-0.
Oh, very disappointed. I actually didn't watch the match. I think I'm just at a point where I need a break. A lot of disappointments. I mean, I think a lot of the problems that Chelsea are facing have always been the issues they've always been facing. A breath of fresh air is that young guy Palmer. I think he's got something. So looking forward to that. But yeah, the team just doesn't seem to be gelled up, to be working as a complete unit. Silly mistakes here and there, they cost us the first goal. And I think after that first goal, the team just sort of started unraveling. And Arsenal managed to gain the confidence they needed to get an equalizer, which is, quite disappointing. But yeah, typical Chelsea this season.
Yeah, look, as I said, it's a young team, but you can see that there's some few bright spots there. I think the Palmer, he was sold by Man City. I think they will come to regret that. He looks like a top player. Again, the team midfield, again, it's under 24. So they've got lots of years ahead of them to be one of the top teams in England again. I don't know about the coach. If he can turn them into winners, I think he can build a young team. We saw that with Southampton, we saw that with Tottenham, but just crossing over the line to win a trophy, that's what's missing. Even with PSG, was struggling there, and he had all those superstars. So we'll see. And then other results, Aston Villa, thumping 4-1 win over West Ham. Again, another impressive victory. Again, top of the table, Tottenham. Who would have thought our Aussie coach, Ange Postecoglou, leading
surprised everyone,
Tottenham to the top of the table, unbeaten. Some good victories, a draw at the Emirates. They should have won that game again at the Emirates. So, look, Tottenham is playing well. What are your thoughts on Tottenham?
I haven't had the chance to watch them this season. Besides the reviews that I got about Song, the at the beginning when he did the hat tricks, but I haven't really been able to see them play, so I really don't know.
Yeah, look, I've watched a couple of their big games, of course, when they beat us as Man U, and watched a few of their other games. The Arsenal derby, that was a good game, but they're playing very, very well. It's actually looked a better team without Harry Kane. So that's how football changes. Eh? They were relying on Harry Kane. Now he's gone, and they look better. Joe, your thoughts on Tottenham?
It's just that here in Australia, it's like a frenzy. A lot of people, they pretend as if they like soccer because the Ange is making Australia proud, you know, taking Tottenham to the top.
Yeah, they might do a Leicester. You never know. Everyone was like, "Oh, Leicester, they're going to drop off. They're going to drop off." 2015, and they won that Premier League.
Yeah.
Everyone else was stumbling, beating each other, smashing each other. The other top contenders just crumbling as the season. So you never know with Tottenham. They might pull off a Leicester 7 years, 8 years later. So
that'll be great for someone like Song, who is really putting his heart into Tottenham. I would love to see that for him. I've always thought he deserves to be at a club where he wins silverware.
Yeah, for Son, yeah, he's a good guy. He's now the captain. And I think, yeah, he's been a faithful servant for Spurs, as you've said. A lot of teams always wanted him, and he's been faithful to them. And I'm thinking it'll be a good reward for him to lead, as a South Korean captain, also to lead Tottenham to the Premier League. So it'll be a good story of the season. So we've got some big matches coming up again in the next few weeks. We've got the Manchester derby. We've got Arsenal at Sheffield United. We've got another London derby in Chelsea and Brentford. So a few good games coming up this weekend. We'll watch this space. Hopefully, we'll have another good weekend. Man U, I'll just talk about them briefly. They're just trotting along, scraping wins. So it is what it is. So at least a win is a win. We're just surviving there. You go to Sheffield United and you have to get a wonder goal from a right back to win the game. The strikers aren't scoring. Rashford, in terms of stats, he's taking the most shots and attempts, but he's only scored one goal. So, so we'll see how things will pan out for Erik ten Hag. Look, I think it's our second season. That's the same thing, hopefully, which happened to Arteta in his second season. Things went down a bit. Arsenal believed in him, and look at where Arsenal are. So let's see how we go. All right. Anything else you wanted us to talk in the world of sports?
Newcastle, mate.
Oh, yeah.
You were saying they're going relegation, but they're holding on.
Yeah, man. They're in the top six,
did you
man.
see that Murphy guy?
Yeah, man.
The way he was creating opportunity for goals.
Yeah,
4-0, my friend.
It's a strong team. It's a very, very strong team. You've got the Brazilian Guimarães, again Murphy, Gordon. So it's a good team. I'm not gonna lie. We don't know about the betting charges for Sandro Tonali, if that's gonna affect them. The Italian who they signed, their big summer signing. So yeah.
So
is it the guy who was seen in a casino? What happened with that guy?
I think I believe so. I think that's part of the story, and I think it was betting on some of the games back in Italy. I think there's a few players.
Okay, I was like, you're not allowed to go into the casino if you're a player.
Yeah, so it's the betting scandal. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with their betting scandal. And I think he's even admitted. There's an article in the Guardian which says Tonali admitted to betting on Milan games. And he was playing for Milan.
Wow, that's crazy though. That's very unsportsmanlike, because what are you trying to? There's no way you're going to try and influence a whole team to win. So if you're going to bet on a team, it's either you're trying to make them lose,